Good morning, YouTubians. It's Kermit's Ghost. You can call me Alan. It is Monday, the 6th of October, 2025. It's Halloween month already. And did you know it's exactly 98 years to the day that the first talkie was released in movie theatres across America? Obviously, I'm talking about the jazz singer with that immortal line, wait a minute, you ain't heard nothing yet, which was delivered by Al Johnson, which actually started a major change in Hollywood, sealing the fate of the silent era forever. But we've come a long way since then, obviously. Now got movies that are filmed on iPhones, talking about 28 years later. Talking of movies, it's a Blu-ray release day today. I'm about to head up to HMV and film the latest titles that will hit the shelves, grabbing a nice hot latte along the way. You know the line. And then, of course, I will come back here and I'll talk about a few recent pickups as well. So I may do a bit of filming along the seafront. We'll see. I'll see you all in the city soon. Here I am in HMV, and in no particular order, I'll start with Mikhail Haneke, a Curzon collection box set, and it contains The Path to the Lake, Lemons 1 Arcadia, Lemons 2 Injuries, The Seventh Continent, Benny's Video, The Rebellion, 71 Fragments of a Chronology of Chance, Funny Games, The Castle, Code Unknown, The Piano Teacher, Time of the Wolf, Hidden, Funny Games, the US version, The White Ribbon, Armour, and Happy End. So 17 films put onto 14 discs, and it will set you back £139.99. Baby Blood next, which is put out by Studio Canal. This is a French body horror from 1990, co-written and directed by Elaine Rebec. It's about a female circus performer called Yanka who has a snake-like creature crawl up into her uterus, forcing her to kill in order to feed it. And this creature has a taste for human blood. Nice. This is available on Blu-ray for £14.99, or you can spend that extra £10 and get the 4K, which is priced at £24.99. These editions come with 4 art cards. Diva next from Studio Canal. This is a French thriller from 1981, and it sees an opera singer who is played by Wilhelmina Fernandez, secretly recorded by an obsessed fan who is played by Frédéric André, despite never being recorded before. Later, that fan also comes in possession of a recording of an eyewitness testimony which exposes the police chief. So it's got a lot of people trying to get both recordings back from him. This is available on Blu-ray for £14.99 or on 4K, and that one is priced at £22.99. Spawn next from Arrow. This is a superhero movie from 1997 starring Michael J. White, Nicole Williamson, Martin Sheen, and John Leguizamo. This is about a Black Ops agent who is sent on a mission but is assassinated by orders given from the person who sent him there. The now deceased agent then makes a deal with one of the rulers of Hell to return to Earth and reap revenge. But this comes at a cost. And speaking of cost, the Blu-ray is priced at £17.99, whereas the 4K is priced at £24.99. These releases come with a double-sided poster, collector's booklet, and optional cover artwork. Next is Hellbenders, aka The Cruel Ones. It's from Studio Canal. It's a spaghetti western from 1967, directed by Sergio Capucci. This is set at the conclusion of the American Civil War, about an ex-Confederate colonel who, along with his 3 sons, rob a convoy carrying large quantities of cash in order to refund the Southern Army and start the war back up. This contains 4 art cards and is priced at £14.99. Next is Jean Delmain, 23 Quai du Commerce, Milka du Vin, Bruxelles. This is a French and Belgian art house movie about a middle-aged woman who lives a boring life with her son in a routine that rarely strays. But in the afternoon, she supplements her income with gentlemen callers, until out of the blue, she cracks. This is released through the BFI and is priced at £17.99. Hereditary next on 4K. I believe this is the first time it's been released on 4K in the UK, some 7 years after the US. This is a supernatural psychological thriller from 2018, directed by Ari Aster, and it stars Toni Collette, Alex Wolff, and Millie Shapiro. About a family that is hiding a dark secret which is revealed once the grandmother passes away. This is priced at £24.99, and if that's not enough to tickle your fancy, there's also a 4K steelbook available as well, and that one comes in at £34.99. Next is Kamada, a Whiskey Family. This is an anime movie from 2023 about a family distillery that once produced an outstanding and well-loved whiskey, but the original recipe is long missing. So can they recreate the missing elements and bring it back into production? Who knows? This one is priced at £16.99. It's got a runtime of 91 minutes. Next is Days with My Stepsister, the complete first season, and this is about step-siblings who at first keep their distance from one another, but over time they become romantically involved. This was originally written by Ghost Mikawa, and it was adapted to television episodes by Mitsutaka Hirota. This one is priced at £34.99. Gorgo on 4K from Screenbound Pictures next. This is limited to 2,000 copies. It's a British sci-fi creature feature from 1961 about a large creature that's captured off the coast of Ireland and brought back to London's Battersea Park to show at a circus. But the creature's mother isn't best pleased. Fun movie and one I've reviewed before. This one comes with a double-sided poster, postcards, plus a comic book. It's priced at £34.99. Winona Earp, Vengeance next. This is a 96-minute movie which follows on from the 4-season TV show which aired from 2016 to 2021. This sees Winona Earp, who is the great-great-granddaughter of the legendary lawmaker Wyatt Earp, back along with her partner Doc Holliday as they face off against demons once again. This is put out by Dazzler Media and is priced at £16.99. Fate Grand Carnival Complete Collection next. This contains original video animated episodes 1 through 4, which has a runtime of just 61 minutes. This has no plot apparently, just various scenarios happening. It follows a Fate Grand Order player playing a game, and this one is priced at £24.99. I was reincarnated as the 7th Prince so I can take my time perfecting my magical ability Season 1 next. I could tell you the synopsis, but the title did that already. Usually the trailer gives everything away, but here you go. There are 12 episodes on this 2-disc release with a runtime of 300 minutes, and this one is priced at £34.99. Next is I Fought the Law, a 4-part British TV crime drama put out by Dazzler Media. Stars Sheridan Smith as a bereaved mother who tries to get an outdated double jeopardy law overturned and her daughter's murderer brought to justice. This aired in September this year and is based on actual events. Expect to pay £19.99 for this one, and it carries a 15 certificate. One Piece Collection number 38 next. This sees pirate Monkey D. Luffy in prison in inescapable handcuffs. Soon he'll be forced into a sumo tournament. This covers episodes 917 to 940, and the One Piece Collection 39 is coming out on the 25th of November in America, in case you can't wait for the UK release. This one is priced at £34.99. Sorcerer next on 4K on the Criterion label. It's a neo-noir action thriller from 1977 directed by William Friedkin. This is about a truckload of sweat and dynamite that's being transported by 4 outcasts: an assassin, a terrorist, a man who walks out on his responsibilities, and a man on the run from the mafia. Together they'll take the dynamite to put out an oil well which is on fire, which is 200 miles away. This is priced at £29.99. Wendy and Lucy next. This is a drama from 2008 about a woman called Wendy, who's played by Michelle Williams, who is with her dog Lucy, and the pair are travelling to Alaska where Wendy hopes to get a job. But when Wendy is arrested en route for shoplifting and is forced to abandon her dog, things go from bad to worst. This is priced at £17.99. The Dollman Toy Box Collection next from 101 Films, which contains Dollman, Demonic Toys, Dollman vs. Demonic Toys, Demonic Toys Personal Demons, Baby Oopsie, Baby Oopsie 2 Murder Dolls, Baby Oopsie 3 Burn Baby Burn, and Demonic Toys Jack Attack. These 8 movies, which are on 5 discs, were made from 1991 to 2023, and this collection will set you back £49.99. Next is Red Dwarf The Complete Collection. This is a British sci-fi comedy which first aired in 1988 and ended in 2020. This is a 33-disc set containing 17 Blu-rays and 16 DVDs, and it contains all 13 seasons. Looks like this is split into 2 large bulky stacking cases, which I'm not a fan of, but that's me. It's got a total runtime of 2,134 minutes, and this set will set you back £79.99. Well, I do have a fair few of the original releases for these Blu-rays, so I'll probably just be picking up I Fought the Law and Winona Earp Vengeance this week. Hey everybody, welcome back. 7 titles to talk about today, a little bit different. 3 of these, a few of you would have seen me review already because I made a video whilst I was away and showed it to a few friends just to keep my hand in to make sure that I didn't go rusty. And if you want, you can skip across those. I'll show that first and then I'll move on to today's reviews, and there's going to be 4 of those. So lots to talk about. Let's crack on with it. Okay, first film I'm going to show you is The Mighty. This is an Australian import. It's a drama from 1998, directed by Peter Chelsom, who also made Funny Bones, Serendipity, and the Shall We Dance remake, which was made 3 years after this film. So this movie is about a friendship that develops between two outcasts from the same school. You've got Kevin, aka The Freak, played by Kieran Culkin, and you have Max, aka The Mighty, played by Eldon Henson. Eldon was in Daredevil. He was the character of Foggy Nelson. Kevin's disabled. He needs crutches to get about. His legs are in braces. Whereas Max is held back a couple of years due to his learning difficulties, and as a result Max is probably the tallest child in the school. I should also point out as well that the pair are tormented by a bully and his gang because they want to recruit Max into the gang because of his intimidating size and strength, but he wants nothing to do with it. Good boy. Now, I won't delve any deeper into the plot, but this is a tearjerker to be sure, so be warned. Also stars Sharon Stone as Kevin's mother Gwen. You've got Harry Dean Stanton as Max's grandfather, as well as Meatloaf and Gillian Anderson as a dysfunctional husband and wife. Plus, there's an appearance as well from James Gandolfini, so this one's got a great cast. It's got a runtime of 1 hour 40 minutes. Let's take a look inside. So on the reverse of the cover, you have an advertisement inside as to more titles available. And there is a plain black disc. So that was The Mighty. Okay, next one to show you is Sinners. Now, this is a horror film from this year, but it's set in 1932. Now, this film was written and directed by Ryan Coogler, whose films include the first 2 Black Panther movies, as well as Creed, which isn't bad for a man in his 30s. So here we have Michael B. Jordan playing dual role of twins, Elijah and Elias Moore, who are ex-soldiers, fought in World War I, but have since moved on and they've been earning a living working for a mob boss in Chicago in order to save up enough money to buy a sawmill in Clarksdale, Mississippi, where this movie was actually filmed. Their intentions are to turn this mill into a juke joint, or a barrel house if you prefer, which is a bar with entertainment solely for the use of African Americans. So, flush with cash, they buy the mill outright from a former Ku Klux Klan member, and they set about getting things all set up and put into motion. Elias, who also goes by the name of Stack, has an ex-girlfriend by the name of Mary, who's been played by Hailee Steinfeld, and Mary is very bitter towards Stack for walking out on her without a bite or leave. Now, Stack hires a musician called Delta Slim, played by Delroy Lindo, who actually I thought he was American, but it turns out he was born in London. Anyway, I did say this was a horror film, but I won't give away the horror aspect of it. You probably know already. It's been there for quite a while and everybody knows the story. Film, for the most part, is set in dimly lit places or at night, which is a clue itself to the horror side of the movie, but the picture quality is superb. Very good film, worth checking out. It's got a runtime of 2 hours 18 minutes, but it flies by, well paced. Let's take a look inside. Unfortunately, it's a double eco case, and there's a plain blue disc. So that was Sinners. Okay, so next and last is The Amateur. This is an action thriller from this year, directed by James Hawes. Now, his only ever feature film was One Life, which is a biopic on the British humanitarian Nicholas Wilton, who was excellently played by Sir Anthony Hopkins. This, however, stars Rami Malek as Charlie Heller. He is a cryptographer working for the CIA, and Charlie's wife, Sarah, she travels to London for a conference which unfortunately gets targeted by a terrorist group, and she's publicly executed in the streets, and it happens to be shown on the news, which sends Charlie on a revenge mission because his director of the CIA is dragging his heels over the investigation, and then Charlie enlists the help of an online contact which he suspects is an ex-KGB agent. So that's all I'll say on the story, but it also stars Lawrence Fishburne as an operative in the CIA training camp who aids Charlie at the start of his journey. Story-wise, it's solid, few pacing issues, but overall it's a satisfying thriller with plenty of different locations around the world, fair few action scenes, and the picture quality, as you would expect from a film of this age, is crystal clear. It's got a runtime of 2 hours 2 minutes. Let's take a look inside. So the slipcover and the cover have the same image, and there is a plain blue disc. So that was The Amateur. Okay, on to today's titles, and the first one I'm going to show you is The Last of Us Season 2. Now, this is a TV show that's based on a very popular video game of the same name, and if you're unfamiliar with the concept of the game or the show, I will give you the basics. So the world's population, for the most part, have become infected with the cordyceps infection. The cordyceps is a fungus, attaches itself to a host, takes over brain functions, and it can even alter their physical appearance. And these newly formed creatures are all connected to each other, so they act as a herd. The remaining people of Earth have to avoid contact with these infected at all times, as they're very contagious and they are very violent as well. Plus, there are variations of infected depending on the stage of infection. So in essence, it is similar to a zombie type show. Two main characters. You've got Joel Miller, played by Pedro Pascal, and Ellie, played by Bella Ramsey. And the character of Ellie is immune to this parasitic fungus. And the first season, it saw the pair team up, journey across America. Second season is set 5 years on from the first season. It sees Joel and Ellie, they're settled in the town of Jackson, Wyoming. Pair's relationship is not at its best. Ellie found out that Joel told her a huge lie in season 1. I won't spoil it, so I won't go any further with the story. This wasn't as good as the first season, in my opinion. There are some of the storylines that they felt a little bit rushed, but it's still entertaining nonetheless. Overall runtime of this show is 337 minutes. Let's take a look inside. The slipcover and the cover have the same image. There are 3 discs, and on the reverse of the cover there is an episode guide. So that was The Last of Us Season 2. Okay, next one to show you is Final Destination Bloodlines. Now this is a supernatural horror movie from this year. It's directed by both Zach Lipovsky and Adam Steen. It's the 6th film in the franchise, and in my humble opinion they should stop now. Not because it's bad, on the contrary, this for me was the second best film of the franchise. They should stop now because they've gone full circle and they've wrapped up the franchise nicely. No need to ruin it, just let it be. In case you're unaware of the plot that runs throughout the franchise, it is this. There is some kind of huge disaster, be it a plane crash or a freeway pileup or a building collapse. One of the victims has a premonition of that event, giving them a little bit of an opportunity to get away from it, taking a few of the surrounding people with them. And then days or weeks after the event, death comes looking for them, as they were meant to die in that event, and in a way they've cheated him. I say death is a him, could be a woman. And death has a flair for reclaiming their lives, acts with a bit of panache, and that's what makes this franchise so appealing. The deaths are always so inventive and elaborate. Now, I won't go through the whole cast, but I will point out Eric Campbell, who is played by Richard Harmon. He is by far the best character in this film, and his death is incredible. Plus, it also stars Tony Todd in his last film role, another reason to close the franchise down. This has got a runtime of 1 hour 50 minutes, and it is entertaining from start to finish. Let's take a look inside. We got a plain blue disc, a slim case which is different to all the other films in the franchise, plus it's a double eco one as well. So that was Final Destination Bloodlines. Next one to show you is Elio. It's a Disney Pixar film, number 29 in the Pixar series. It's from this year. It's got 3 directors, Domi Shi, Madeline Sharafian and Adrian Molina. Molina actually conceived the story, which is very loosely based on aspects of his childhood. It's about a young boy called Elio, who is voiced by Jonas Kabrib. He is orphaned, obviously, because it's Disney. He now lives with his aunt Olga, who has had to give up her dreams of becoming an astronaut to look after Elio. Olga is voiced by Zoe Saldana. Together they live on a military base. Elio, desperate to be abducted by aliens, obviously. And this all ties in actually with Olga's work, because she's a major in the military. She monitors space debris. One of Olga's analysts is called Gunther. Conspiracy theorist thinks he's detected an alien signal, and Elio sneaks in, sends a message back to that signal. Gunther is voiced by Brendan Hunt from Ted Lasso. Anyway, to cut a long story short, Elio sent to a youth camp for his punishment because he sent the message back and it caused a system-wide malfunction at the base, and he's abducted by aliens. And that's all I'm going to say story-wise, but this all happens within 20 minutes of the film starting, so there's a lot more going on. Does also feature the voice talents of Shirley Henderson. She is Ooh, a super computer. Shirley you'll know as Moaning Myrtle from the Harry Potter franchise. It's also Brad Garrett from Everybody Loves Raymond. Now Brad, he's provided voiceovers on Disney films at least 10 times. He's got very deep, very distinctive voice. Animation, obviously it's superb, it's Disney. Picture quality is crystal clear as well. It's got a runtime of 1 hour 38 minutes. Let's take a look inside. And on the disc we have an image of Elio. He's wearing an eye patch because he got in a fight with other kids from the military base. So that was Elio from Disney Pixar. Okay, next and last is How to Train Your Dragon. This is a live action fantasy film. It's a remake of the animated feature of the same name from 2010. This one's directed by Dean DeBlois and it stars Mason Thames as Hiccup. He is the son of a Viking leader called Stoic the Vast. Stoic played by Gerard Butler, who was also the voice actor of the same character in the animated trilogy. Now Hiccup, 16-year-old boy, lives in a village called Berk, which is a Viking village, raided often by hungry dragons who pinch their livestock. So he tries to prove himself one day, and he shoots down the most furious dragon known as Night Fury. And Night Fury crash lands out of sight, but of course nobody believes him because Hiccup is a bit of a screw up. But he goes off the next day alone to find him, and instead of killing it, he sets it free, and that is the start of their friendship. Now I won't say any more story-wise, but you've probably already seen the animated films anyway. Also stars Nick Fury as Gobber the Belch. He is Stoic's right-hand man. He's in charge of training all the youngsters in the village to fight dragons. It's got Nico Parker as Astrid. She becomes Hiccup Squeeze. And there's Julian Dennison as well as Viking teenager called Fishlegs. Now Julian was Fire Fist in Deadpool 2. This was a fun film, flawless CGI, and it made 500 million profit at the box office, so you can expect the sequel to come out June 2027. It's got a runtime of 2 hours, 5 minutes. Let's take a look inside. So the slipcover and the cover have the same image. And on the disc we have an image of Hiccup and Toothless on top of a mountain. So that was How to Train Your Dragon. So that was it. Have you seen any of those? Do you plan to pick them up or just want to leave a comment? And do so down below. I will read every single one and I'll try to reply if I have the time. Give a video a thumbs up, really does help the channel. And subscribe if you haven't. It's all free. Why wouldn't you? On that note, all that's left to say is thank you so much for choosing my channel today and watching my video. Take care. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.